Although that would be sacked prior to his entry, so they won't draw for that. They got Casualties of War. Oh, that's so sad. Casualties. God. Brutal. Welcome back to a revisit to an old commander that I've done a while back for Kykar. This is the 2023 edition, so it's nice to go back to some old decks and refine them and see what we can do to kind of spruce them up and prepare them for the meta that lies ahead. I feel as though as time goes on, curves get lower because it's just really tough to resolve expensive spells, so the curve will just drop. I think the Command Zone has also said the same thing, that the average cost of cards is dropping, but that's just the way it is. Cheaper, more powerful cards are created and therefore put into decks, and the format just gets faster. But the game can still be fun with cheaper spells and a few, expensive ones. So this deck has a few new cards in it, which differs from the original build. You can see Urza here, Lord Protector, just because he makes your spells cost one less artifacts, instants, and sorceries, which we do have a lot of in the deck. And we also have the Mightstone and Weakstone, so it's just like another angle to hit the deck with. Just trying to get Urza and the Mightstone out. It's just a mini game in itself. And I think it can be fun to just add another layer to the game and see what you can actually pull off. So on the top end, we've got the Ultimatum and the Elrond's Epiphany, which are just... they can practically help you win the game if you resolve them. You've got Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, which is just a classic all-star. Another new one is Temporal Firestorm, which is really cool because if you kick it, you can phase creatures out. And because Kykar is a linchpin of the deck, if you paid 7, you can phase Kykar out, and he will be... he or she, sorry, I don't know the gender of Kykar actually. They will be protected from the board wipe. So this is actually really cool. It's quite expensive, but you can actually pay the cost with the spirits. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a spirit, and you can sack the spirits to add red. So if you want, you can put more red spells in the deck to make sure that you can cast them a bit easier. But I like the mix. You got the best Jeskai cards in the game. Well, would have thought this is probably one of the best cards ever made. But beautiful artwork. Beautiful effect, very simple. You'll be drawing a lot of cards off this. Narset, she's not incredible, but she can gain you life in a cinch and save you from some aggro decks. Hinata is pretty cool as well. Tax your opponent's spells a bit more and make yours cost a bit less. Just really cool and really fun. This differs a lot from my commander build. So my commander build is more enchantment centric, but I don't really feel like there's enough support in this format of Historic Brawl to really push the enchantment angle just yet. We do have stuff like Anointed Procession, and there is the other one which creates spirits every time you cast stuff. But it was just a little bit slow in testing, and I just like having a more tight curve. Another decent card for the deck is Weatherlight Completed. This is literally perfect. Whenever you sacrifice spirits, you're going to be scrying 1, and then when this has 7 counters on it, you'll be drawing a card every time you lose a creature, which is just crazy. And this becomes a creature when there's 4 counters on it. So it's so versatile. It's an unusual card. It doesn't feel like it should fit into a deck like this because it's an artifact vehicle with a weird trigger, but it's literally perfect for Kykar. I'll definitely craft this. And if you're looking for a nice cheeky win con, you've got the Cavalcade of Calamity as well. Whenever you attack with a 1/1, it deals 1 damage to the planeswalker or player that they're attacking, which is really good. You can sneak a win out of this. Let's say you have, 10 spirits out, play this. That's 20 damage. You're basically doubling your damage. So take a look at the deck list below. It's updated for 2023. It's one of my favourite decks. I've got it in paper, so you can trust that I've put a lot of care and effort in this deck. It's pretty competitive, just because Pact Negation, to be honest, it's really good because you can, let's say it's turn 5, play Kykar, protect it with Pact, and if it survives in your turn, you're golden. I mean, you want to have a few more mana rocks out to make sure you can play other spells, but protect Kykar, make spirits, win the game. It's pretty powerful, pretty effective. Don't forget to leave me a like and a sub, and you can always donate via the Ko-fi and Amazon links below. So let's get into the gameplay. Okay, we get to go first. This is a keep because of the search for a Scanter. Risky though, because they probably have a way to destroy artifacts and enchantments in their deck. If we can untap with this with the counter spell up, it'd be pretty good. Gilded Goose. Oh, it's annoying because now they know we have a Pact with the hesitation there. So let's just hope they don't have the elf that kills artifacts and enchantments. That'd be very annoying. Prosperous. I was panicking there. I reckon if it gets to our turn, we can. I think we should kill the goose there. Land is fine actually. Let's kill the goose. That will slow them down a little bit. Unless they counter it or something, but that would just still use the treasure anyway, so. Okay, not feeling too worried just yet. 3, 4 mana. I'd like to leave up mana in the next turn though, just because I don't want them to resolve your rock. If they resolve a rock, then we are in trouble because we don't have an actual kill spell for it. Stuff like Bonecrusher Giant's good in this deck because it gives you a spirit because the left side, but also having a creature is quite relevant to block stuff. 4/3 is pretty good, sturdy. Vedrok would be good, but we don't have any like proactive spells in our hand or graveyard. So let's just yeah, it's a shame because yeah, Vedrok can reanimate a spell from the deck basically that costs 3 or less. Return target non-land permanent. Okay, well let's counter that. That means they're not going to play your rock next turn, so not too fussed about that. It's quite annoying actually if that had a double ETB. Wow, lift the form engine. It's good, but it takes some time to charge up that one. So now we're in a fantastic position where we can play Kykar and also the Loran's Escape. Or I think I'm going to bait them. So let's go for the Crusher Giant. And then if they have a kill spell, I'll let them kill it. And then let's say they go for the Yarok. I'll probably go for the Dead Judgment actually. That should slow them down. Elvish Rejuvenator. Okay. Looks like we're going to play the long game here. They could pay 2 to copy the triggered ability of this as well. So they're going to get 2 lands off the top 5. It's pretty good. So they didn't go for Yarok, which suggests that they may have a way to protect Yarok in other means. So let's just see. We'll take it slow for now. We're not in immediate danger. Land can go in the bin. We need to accelerate that being leveled, or not leveled up, but you know, to meet the criteria of 7 cards in the graveyard. This will flip. They're blocking. Interesting. They're blocking already. They didn't have to do that. Beseiju Pathlighter. They're basically doing anything to. They're going to get 2 of them. Wow, okay. So these give you lands, I believe. Yeah, Field of Ruins and all sorts of different lands. Okay. Wow, looks like this Lithiform engine's doing a lot of work here. But still, without your rock, I guess Lithiform engine is your rock. That's the scary thing, isn't it? It's another copy of your rock. I think I might actually cast the Kykar in my next turn and then give them the Loran's Escape after a board wipe. Yeah, I feel like they're just getting a bit too much advantage here without any kind of downside. And we just keep drawing lands, which is just embarrassing. So yeah, let's go for the Kykar. And then just try and swing in here. So we can protect the Kykar in a couple of ways. Okay, that's fine because we're going to try and Day of Judgment anyway. Field of Ruin, they've got so many utility lands here. They're going to attack with the Beseiju Pathlighter. We're not going to block because that would be just silly. It would be really nice to get some spells that don't just say land. Okay, so here comes your rock. They do have 4 mana open. They're going to gain 2 life, which is kind of negligible. And they're passing to us. Okay, so they've got reactive spells. Wow, Chaos Wonder is pretty good as well. Right, let's see what happens. If they counter this, then they know something's up. Oh no, we don't have another white, do we? Oh, we can't. The plan is fumbled. They're thinking about countering this, aren't they? Actually, if they counter this, it's quite good, really, because it means that our trick, well, we couldn't have Day of Judgmented anyway. Oh, that's a real shame. Oh, Winged Words, that's good on top. That can help us draw. Yeah, we messed up a little bit there. We certainly did. But we still have the 4 mana to cast the spell from their deck, so it's not the end of the world. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. And we have the Pact as well. So Pact can protect us from some devastating spell that they may choose to use here. They're going to go in for an attack. Okay, so let's do a nice little trick here. We'll block the Yarok, and then we can sack it so they don't gain the life. We don't need to block the other one, I don't think. Okay, let's go for the Chaos Wand here. Always a nice little trick to stop them gaining a bit of life, because no damage happens, so they won't gain any. See what the wand gets. They could have really powerful spells. I mean, it's a Sultai build. Could be Ultimatum. Oh, Thassa's Intervention. That's sad. We might as well cast it anyway because we get the trigger for the Kykar. So we take 3. Oh, they've got... They're going to have Jiu-Jitsu, aren't they? They're going to Jiu-Jitsu a... No? No green insect ninja. Okay. Okay. What's in their hand? Veil of Summer. So they're just going to do it to draw 2 cards. Okay. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. So this is a... Oh no, that means they are setting up something bigger. No? How strange. I suppose they did it to just draw some cards. That is a bit weird, actually. Alright, let's swing in. They have so many cards in their hand right now. Okay. Let's get rid of a spirit. I like to leave my raw mana up. Try and draw 2 cards. This is very good. Good spell. Wow, okay, now we're talking. Now we are talking. But we don't want to do it here because we need to leave up some mana. So let's pass a turn. We need to be careful here. Cyber Siphoner. Return instant or sorcery from the graveyard to their hand. Okay, I'm going to activate the Chaos Wand in response here because they're going to get Veil of Summer back. Blood in the Snow. I don't want to lose my creatures though. Yeah, I don't really want to lose my creatures. The whole point is to have a field, but now they could get back the Blood in the Snow. Twice, actually. I mean, also, we don't have any snowlands, so it's completely pointless. So now they've got Thassa's Intervention and Veil. Okay. Which means our Pact is kind of useless here. Man, this was really powerful. Giving them 2 cards is just silly. 4 mana flash. Also, it costs 2 less if there are no instants or sorceries in their hand. That's crazy. Okay. Let's do the trick again. So we'll block the Yarok. And then we'll sack it for red. And use the mana for the Azcanta. Cold Steel Heart. That's not very good. Okay. I really don't want them to counter my Whirlwind of Thought, but Okay, go to my turn. Are we just going to get him with combat damage? That would be interesting. We still get the cast trigger for everything we play. So it's not the end of the world. Down to 19. Let's go for the Cold Steel Heart here. Gives us another blocker. And let's just pass a turn. I don't want to get my Whirlwind countered, which is a unfortunate situation, because they can also draw like so many cards with this intervention, and the Lithiform Engine doubles any spell now for 4 extra mana, which is kind of crazy. It's like they've got 2 Yaroks. Copy the permanents. Oh, copy's a permanent for 4. Copy's a spell for 3. Ludicrous. So they're going to get Intervention X2. Okay, let's respond to that. Because, okay, they've still got the Veil of Summer though, haven't they? I guess they're just going to have to use it here then, rather than on a turn where it's more inconveniencing for me. Ooh, Tail's End. We can counter the trigger here. So that'll stop them getting 2 cards. Unless they want to... They can... stop that. Although it said spells can't be countered. But I didn't counter a spell. I countered the trigger from Lithiform Engine. So actually, I think they did misuse that somewhat. Yeah, that was an interesting bit of magic there. It stops spells being countering, but the Lithiform Engine merely copies the spell, which doesn't count. Hostage Taker. Okay, this is something that we're going to want to use the Pact for, I think. I really do not want them to get 2 Hostage Takers here. Although they can still get 2 Hostage Takers, can't they? Okay. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Oh. Oh, they're going to try and steal the Chaos Wand. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, they're going to go for the Kykar. Let's see if we can give it the Hexproof. Man, their deck is so difficult to get around. So it gives it Hexproof. They don't get the trigger there, but they get to steal the Chaos Wand. That's nasty, that is. Pact goes off, so we're going to have to spend 5 mana in our turn, and they're going to get the Chaos Wand. Oh, that's horrible. And they're going to attack with those same things again. Okay, so we're going to do the same trick. Why are they attacking like this? Kind of weird. They're going to have some kind of death touch effect, or... And then we can activate the Iscanto with the extra mana. Lightning Bolt and Tome. I think Tome is going to be better in the long run. Man, that Chaos Wand. Right. Okay, so we're going to have to pay some mana here. So let's go for the attack first. Oh, I should have played the Tome Legends. That was a mistake. Down to 17. Okay. Sack this for red. Yeah, I should have done this pre-combat, to be honest, but oh well. We're still getting some decent value here. Oh, we got a negate as well. Okay. Negates were actually pretty good, I have to say. Gaining 4, is that really the best they could have done? Okay. Oh, negate. That's such a good top deck to have gotten. Finale. Let's try and negate that. Oh, brutal. That would have been brutal. If that resolves, it's going to be horrendous. I mean, it won't be the end of the world per se, but just, they did, wow, they spent all their mana on it, didn't they? Holy crap. Did they just spend 10 mana? Oh, that would have been game over. I feel like we got very lucky there. Let this be a masterclass in luck. They do say it's better to be lucky than good, because even a bad player can get lucky. I'm not saying I'm bad, it's just oh my god, I'm so happy about that. Okay, this is really fantastic. We can kind of storm off a little bit. So every time we cast an uncreature spell now, we get to draw and we get a spirit. Oh wow, another hexproof. Fantastic. Fantastic. And actually, ramp spells in this scenario are really wonderful because they draw us things. Ooh, more spirits. Okay. But in this scenario, I might want to play the land, but... Ooh, okay, we'll play the other land instead. Let's go to combat. We're in a fantastic position, I have to say. Let's use the mana here to draw a card. We might get another mana rock. Oh, Prismari Command. This is so good. Okay, we're going to use that here before they can untap with the Chaos Wand. Fantastic. I'm so happy about this. Okay, Prismari Command. Let's go for Destroy Artifact. And let's kill the Innkeeper because that's gaining them some life. Told you we could go off. Crazy. And we even have the Strixhaven Stadium to help as well. Let's keep going. As I said, any mana rocks are just fantastic because you're just looping them on and on and on. Obviously, if they have some kind of huge board wipe or something, that would be terrible. 65. We're drawing a lot of cards here. And an Abrade as well. And I think we're going to use the Abrade. And I want to leave all my mana up as much as possible just because spirits give you red and red is more limiting. So let's kill the Lithiform engine here. Man, if we had... I think Bergie would be great in this deck. Oh wow, it's a fairy as well. I think we have to. Yep. Oh my goodness. Incredible comeback. We were on the verge of death. We were literally on the verge. Okay, opponent goes first with Rusko. And starting hand is not too bad. He's got 3 toughness, so the bolt actually kills him. Not been very lucky today. Faced this is my second Rusko deck in a row. Wow, their sleeves actually transform. That's pretty cool, I have to say. Search for a Scanter. Resolving that would be lovely. Especially against a control player. Don't really like my chances, to be honest. I mean, they're going to have a counter spell, aren't they? They are. Well, they're saying that the Vadrock can actually get that out of the graveyard if we mutate this. So, it's not the end of the world. Man, it's just counter spells, isn't it, Rusko? Oh boy. Okay. So, yeah, we'll pass the turn here. The thing about Rusko is, by himself, this is going to sound controversial, it's not that bad. It's the things that go with it, you know. It's the endless counter spells that you keep seeing over and over again. That's the thing that makes it very painful to deal with. I guess we'll just pass the turn because we just know they're a counter deck. It's the only deck there is. People like CGB do not help update. I mean, as good as a player he is, he makes it more popular. Also, LVD probably has made one like this. See if we can kill the Mind Stone. Destroy artifact. And we'll draw 2, discard 2. This probably doesn't resolve, because why would they leave up 4 mana? Probably going to use a counter spell here. Wow, okay. So we've got another way to kill the Rusko. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't know now. This is really tricky. These are all really good cards. I think we get rid of Urza, because he's not going to be very useful in this particular battle. And the Lightning Helix, because the Lightning Bolt does the same job. We don't really care about the life we get. I'm going to regret saying those words, aren't I? Going to regret saying that. Okay, let's go for the white here. So if we go for the Kykar, they will definitely counter it. Or they might, actually, they might even counter the Esper Sentinel here, because this gives us a lot of advantage. What? Alright, let's see Kykar then. There wasn't any hesitation when I cast the Sentinel, but maybe it's a legendary counter spell. So wash away. Okay. They did a good job of hiding that. When I cast the Sentinel, there wasn't any hesitation or pausing. So here comes Rusko with a clock, so they just increase their mana. See if we can bolt him here. So don't mind letting that one go. And okay, let's go for the Showdown. Ooh, Anointed Procession, that's good as well. Oh, I don't know what to do now. I think we'll go for the Procession. I don't mind getting this countered as much. Okay, so if we do make any tokens, we're going to make double tokens. That's pretty cool. And then next turn, if they go for Rusko again, we can use the Vadrock. Oh no, it's a human. We can't actually. That is a shame. We're just going to have to go for the Showdown, I think. Okay, let's see what we get here. Damn, okay, they're pretty expensive spells, unfortunately. But next turn, if our Sentinel survives, we can start putting counters on it with the Showdown. Spark Double, they're going to get 2 Rusko, so they're going to drain us for 2 for every spell now. Oh, that's a painful one. So, weirdly, they're making us regret getting rid of the Lightning Helix there. Damn, three clocks is a bit much. I kind of wish this was a cast trigger, because ETB makes it just kind of broken. Okay, so we've got no land here. Let's go for land here. Let's try and cast the Mila. So that puts a counter on the Sentinel, which is good, because it's going to make their stuff cost more. Lantern. I guess we could just prepare for future turns here, especially by making the Sentinel larger. It's going to make it tougher for them to not give us a spell. 4/4. Yeah, I don't really want to lose it to the Rusko. That's the only issue. Yeah, losing 2 for each spell is really going to sting. And we lost the cards that we exiled with the Showdown. It's a shame we can't flicker this. That would be very powerful. I don't really like my odds. I mean, they've got 6 cards in hand, plus Virtual 7, 7, and 7. Oracle. Oh, Oracle's terrifying when you consider they shuffle and draw 7. They can get Time Walk and stuff. Okay, so do they want to counter the Kykar again? Who knows? So this costs 4 to mutate. How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's go for the Kykar. If they counter that, then we can go for the Vadrock. Okay. So the Esper Sentinel's getting really, really huge here. If they target melee, we draw a card for that anyway. Wow, we literally draw 2 cards. They do drain us and proliferate twice though. It's kind of sad. Okay, so at least we still have a Vadrock. Yeah, it's not looking good though, guys. Look at these beautiful artworks though. That's what we can focus on here. So they'll be drawing 7 new cards here. I mean, they've got cards in the hand, so I'm not that unhappy, really. The best chance you have against a Rusko player is when the clocks are very near each other in counters. Oh no. Paradox Engine. Okay, that's not nice at all. Oh, that's disgusting, isn't it? Although, saying that, I mean, their basics don't untap, but yeah, it's actually the drain that's going to hurt us here. Although they keep getting rid of their own mana. Interestingly. And the midnight clock's going to go off again, which means they'll get 7 new cards. So they're not actually getting to use all their spells. I don't think this is the proper way of using it. Although they've got 7 mana. Oh, what's worse than a Rusko player? A Rusko player with a Paradox Engine. Do your worst. Tome. Okay, so you can kind of get infinite cards here. I think that actually is infinite, isn't it? Because you pay blue to get a spell. And then when you play the spell, it untaps the tome, which means infinite spells, infinite untaps. And then we die from the 2 triggers. So yeah, guys, this is the cancer that is Rusko. Especially having 2 Ruskos. The confidence that Rusko players have as well is incredibly arrogant and annoying. Because it's like, oh, I'm so powerful and I'm so good because I used a deck that's proven to be super powerful by hundreds and thousands of other players. Like, okay, it's not competitive. People who moan that it's, you know, use the strongest cards. Yeah, okay, that's fine, but it's not competitive. This is meant to be, I mean, dare I say fun, but, you know, all they have to do is just cast 4 spells. I don't know why they're just Time Twister. They want to draw more cards, so they can't win with the 28 cards they've had already, or 21 is it? This is quite insulting because they have... Okay. Going for... I don't really get why can't I just cast the cards in their hand. As if they had to draw all these cards just to beat me. It's quite bad really, isn't it? Like, this is the one thing I've noticed about Rusko decks. Their decks aren't, like... They're just dirtly, you know. Every spell they do is just dirtly. Flicker, counter, or drawing. It's just non-committal. Cool, they killed me with a Rusko deck. Well, that was certainly original. Not. Wow, what a great starting hand against Ajani Sleeper Agent. Selesnya Creatures build. Could be control-y. Countess build. Who knows? It's hard to say until we see a few things, though. Yeah, let's get out of the Cold Steel Heart here. I think we want blue. Because we've got 2 blue spells. We want to make sure we can cast it. So next turn he can actually go for the Ajani. Druid. So we don't have a way to protect the Kykar yet. So... Although that is our white source, isn't it? Alright, I think we'll just... I really want to kill this... oh, Mana Tithe is normally quite good. I really want to kill this Druid, but... At the same time, this taps of blue. Yeah, we have to slow them down, guys. So we'll leave the blue and the the blue and the white is open. So we've got the Dovin's veto in case they still want to go for the Ajani. Oh, Finn. Okay. Okay. What do you reckon? Do you think they have a kill spell? There's only one way of finding out, isn't there? I mean, we still have the sword, so we'll at least get one bird from this. One spirit from this. Ajani. Okay. So this has got Death Touch and Infect. Although, technically it has Toxic too. That's the logic. Land. I think they've just consigned the Ajani to death, really. Okay, so we get a fly. That's 4 damage. Yeah, crazy. Just the advantage of just getting to counter stuff and have removal. Opponent goes first with Korvold. Okay, very powerful deck. I mean, everything we're facing today is just silly power level, to be honest. Gilded Goose. Always Gilded Goose. Okay, then we'll go for the Sentinel here. It's a shame we're not going to be able to protect him for like 3 turns. We don't have the double blue for this counter spell yet either. I guess we can make a start by scrying here. Blue source would be nice. That's not a blue source. And we can always feign any attack. They don't know what we have for 1 white. Get that chip damage in. they were probably thinking, oh, only a madman would attack with an Esper Sentinel. Yeah, you're right. Solemn. So they're replacing a treasure for a land. It's a good exchange rate, to be honest. So next turn they can give Korvold pretty safely. Although we do have the double blue now, so we can rest a little bit. We also have this Temporal Firestorm, which should be pretty awesome, to be honest. Delina. I will counter that. That is scary. I have a friend who has a Delina deck, and well, he used to, and it was ludicrous. Ludicrous power level. Copying stuff at all times. Attack in. They don't know we don't have a pump spell. They don't know that. Okay, they're starting to believe. Alright, Winged Words. Draw 2 cards. Great. Great stuff in hand. So if they go for Korvold next turn, I'm not too sad about that. This can deal with 5 damage. That's the thing. If he gets to 6, we're going to be in trouble. They go for the bird. Oh, that's weird. Why do they go for the bird? Okay, so that has really, really slowed them down, I think. So they've probably never seen that board right before, because it is relatively new from Dominaria United. Very cool artwork. Jaya and Teferi there. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Prosperous Innkeeper. So we really have slowed them down quite a bit. They're just playing all their weak stuff now. But saying that, all this stuff can be sacked to the Korvold, so I do wonder if they are... Let's go for the Kykar, and then we can go for the Cavalcade of Calamity. So we get 1 trigger there. I mean, Kykar is definitely vulnerable. We don't have any protection for him. Or her. Them. So they go for a land. Actually, they don't even need a land. They got a treasure. So, although that would be sacked prior to his entry, so they won't draw for that. They got Casualties of War. Oh, that's so sad. Casualties. God. Brutal. Absolutely brutal, that is. Oh, not happy about that at all. Midnight Clock. I suppose we can start to rebuild with a few cool cards here and there, but I mean, I have to admit, it wasn't the most devastating casualties. It was just, yeah, it was a command tower and a cavalcade, but you know. Kykar costing 6 does hurt. It does hurt, but theirs cost 7, so theirs hurts even more, I suppose. See if we can storm off a bit. If we get this out of the graveyard somehow, I don't really know. So if we do this, it's not so great, is it? Let's go for the midnight clock. Let's just see if we can start drawing some stuff. Restoration of Aiganjo. So we're really looking for just board wipe, aren't we? Really. Mila's good. So we're really just setting up future turns here, and that's fine. We're taking quite a chunk. Oh, the other scary thing is, so because of the Woe Strider, they can now like literally draw like 5 cards on the stack here. They can pretty much draw up to 7 having the Woe Strider. I mean, they have the Witch's Oven as well, so it's going to be a battle of attrition, guys. A battle of attrition. Okay, let's see if we can survive this absolute onslaught then. Elspeth Conquers Death. Now that's a really good hit. Discard this. We'll get back the Sentinel, I think. So this is interesting. We can go for the ECD on the Corvold, and this will force them to react here, because they can just lose everything, but do they really want to do that? They'll have an empty board. Like, yeah, they'll sack it to the Witch's Oven. Yeah, thought as much. But killing him is important. You need to clear him off the board. Okay, once again, I do feel a bit safer. Let's go for the Mila. And the Mila gives us a little bit of protection as well. Whenever they target our stuff, we draw a card. My god, if we had this out before casualties, we would have drawn 3 cards. This is a wonderful card. People just aren't clocking onto it. But so their general costs 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beladros Witherbloom. So they can literally pay 10 to get all their lands untapped. Eaten Alive. So we're going to get to draw a couple cards here, unless they pay some treasures. Pact. So we draw a card here. Do we want a Pact? I don't think it's important enough, is it? No. Yeah, it's not going to end the game. To think they did all that with the stage 2 on there. Wow, that costs... How much are they paying for this stuff? It's not stage 2 here yet. Okay, so we're going to take 3, go to 11. And they're not going to pay 10 to untap their lands. Okay, well, it's a pretty cool game we're having so far. Oh, okay. So now the stuff gets more expensive. I think we want to go for the Might Stone here. Try and kill the Beladros, because otherwise... That's just... Having the amount of mana they do is just so crazy. They already have so much, you know. So what are they going to sack it with? I mean, it dies either way. It's fine with me. And I think we're in a fantastic position. We've got so much mana. We might as well go for the Cold Steel Heart here, because this taps for 2 colours that can be spent on artifacts anyway. Yeah, let's just set up all our future turns once again. Day of Judgment. Oh, not on this field. We have too much of a good field. We don't have any creatures in the graveyard. So I think what we can do is we can swing in with the Esper Sentinel here. And if they block, we'll get it back next turn with more counters. Okay, they're not falling for that old trick. Sure. So they're at 29 life, which is It's a hell of a lot. It is a hell of a lot. The Acroan War. So they're going to try and gain control of one of our creatures. So yeah, I will negate that. Because I don't want them to have an architect. Absorb energy. Okay, and we know that they're now top decking. They just have a Sanitarium Skeleton. So they're getting pretty desperate. Let's get to full control. Right. Oh, we were going to do some funny things there. I'll just explain what I could have done. So before the stage 3 goes off here, returning creature, I was going to use the Lorehold command to maybe deal 3 to the Woe Strider, gain 3, and then I could have sacked a permanent to draw 2 cards. I could have sacked the Esper Sentinel to draw 2 cards. Then after my main phase, this goes off, I could have returned the Esper Sentinel to the battlefield, so that's why full control is necessary. So we would have had an Esper Sentinel on 3 counters, we would have been 3 cards up in total, the Woe Strider would have been dead, and yeah, I guess they can see that the writing was on the wall there. But that's a shame, we had a lot of play patterns, and it wasn't necessarily that the ball was in our court for most of that game, it's just we managed to recuperate our losses, and yeah, pretty cool, pretty awesome game, even against a Corvold. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.